Hi, I'm Andy Revell, Instructional Technologies Librarian on the Oxford campus, and welcome to another video from Miami University Libraries. The subject of today's video will be Business Source Complete, which is a database in which you can find both scholarly and popular literature in business and its related fields. The first step is to access Business Source Complete, and one simple way to do that is by using this database's A to Z link on the homepage, clicking on B across the top, and scrolling down until you get to Business Source Complete. If you happen to be located off campus, you will need to log into the proxy server using your Miami Unique ID and password. As an example search today, we'll use the topic of the consumer behavior of wealthy people. So we'll start by entering our first concept into this first box. You'll notice here on the bottom we have consumer behavior, then consumer behavior spelled in the British way, or consumer attitudes. I'll select that one. And then we'll enter our second concept into the second box. If you'll notice, I have synonyms connected with the OR operator in the individual boxes, and the boxes connected with the AND operator by using the drop-down box. If you'd like more information on using Boolean operators to construct effective search queries, see the videos in our How to Search series, which are linked above and in the description. Before clicking search, let's set some limiters. The first thing I'd like to do is to limit my search to peer-reviewed journals. But let's pause for a moment and talk about peer review. Peer review is the process by which other scholars in the field evaluate articles before they're published. This is the gold standard in academic literature. For more information on peer review, see the video linked above and in the description. The good news is that in almost any EBSCO database, you can just click this peer-reviewed box to limit your search to items in peer-reviewed journals. And now let's set a publication date limiter. I'd like relatively new things, so I'll click this past 5 years radio button. But you can set a custom date range here, or you can use any of these other limiters. Alright, it's time to search. Let's scroll back up and click this search button under the main search boxes. Alright, so we have 208 results. Let's limit those results further. And we can do that by clicking here on All Filters. Then we can scroll down and select Language and limit to only things published in English. And then we can select Source Types and limit our search to only items in academic journals. And then we can click Apply. If you'll notice now, we have fewer results and we have 4 filters set. Let's talk a little bit about full text. A lot of these items are going to have an Access Now or an Access Options button directly underneath the item record. If you click on this Access Now button, you will get access to the full text of the article. But some of these items only have a Find It button underneath it. If you click this, it will search our holdings to see what access we have to it if we have any. This is an example of what the resulting page looks like if we do have access to the item, and this is an example of what it looks like if we do not. If you need to get items that look like this, you will need to use our interlibrary loan system. For more information on that process, see the video linked above and in the description. Okay, let's open up one of these records. The first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is the abstract. If we scroll down here, you'll see an abstract, which is a paragraph-length summary of the article. This is the best way to choose articles for your papers and projects because sometimes the titles can be clickbait. There's a row of icons up here at the top of the screen. Let's talk about a couple of them. First, let's talk about share. The most important thing here is that you can get a link to get back to this page. The other important icon here is the cite icon. We can click on that. We can select a citation style. I'll leave it at APA 7. And then I can click here on the Copy to Clipboard link, and that will copy this citation so that I can paste it into my bibliography. And then if we come to a Google Doc, I can right-click here and select Paste, and it pastes the citation into my paper. This is more or less a properly formatted APA citation, but you do often have to fix things. And I see 2 things here. The first thing I see is the capitalization in the title, as well as the margins. So if I highlight this and then use the arrows up here in the toolbar, I can set a proper margin. For more information on formatting APA citations that you copy from EBSCO databases, again, see the video linked above and in the description. Oh, that's all for now. For help with Business Source Complete or any other aspect of the research process, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thanks for watching.